Got hot in here real quick.
Let's get done. Just share the link real quick. All right. I think we're ready to rock and roll, ladies. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are across the nation and around the world. This is Deja Brew, bringing you Beyond the Veil. I would like to welcome our newest addition to the group, Angela. Angela, if you'd like to say hello to everyone.
Hello, it's Angela here. Thank you for being with us today. And I'm looking forward to the whole conversation.
Yay. Yay. And today is Audience Participation Day for the St. Louis Arch. Now, I don't know about you all. Jen sent a video for her part because she can't be here today. And it's like 11 minutes long. So she must have got something. But for myself personally, I only got a few things. So we'll go through that in a few minutes. For anyone that's not familiar with the St. Louis Arch, it is an arch that was built, obviously, in St. Louis near the river. Yes, Missy? Near the river?
Mhm.
Not on the river, because I was actually mistaken about that at first. And it was commissioned in like 1961, something like that, 60 something, early 60s. They actually did a competition for what would be put there because they wanted to honor President,
Jefferson.
was it Jefferson?
I think it was Jefferson.
Look at me forgetting my homework. But I feel like it's more than that.
Or
It wasn't Eisenhower.
no,
It was somebody
Yeah,
like
it's
way
Jefferson.
way back in the day that they wanted to honor. That was all about exploration and stuff. But I find it interesting that its original name was the Gateway Arch. And it looks like Tesla technology to me anyway. So I actually got this vibe of a Stargate thing happening. And I don't know if like maybe there was a Stargate there or still is. Of course, we can't be certain about that, but I'm certainly getting those kind of vibes. Like there's something there that they put it out there in front of everybody, and no one is even the wiser about what its real purpose is what I'm feeling like. So I'm going to go ahead and share Jen's video of what she got, and then we'll let you guys tell what you got too. And then we'll just talk about it. Oh my goodness, get out of the way.
Hello ladies. So this week it was a tough one, and it was also a busy week for me. So I adopted Missy's method of just kind of letting things come to me. I didn't get a whole lot, but I'm gonna share with you what I got. Okay. So I heard bells ringing, and then it kind of hit me that like it was set at 432 hertz, but I don't think it is now. Kind of like how music got hijacked, like it was all set at 432 and now it's a little bit below or a little bit above. And then I heard Energy Harvest. Then I also heard Liberty Bell, so I wonder if there's some kind of connection. And then last night it hit me that there's something of significance underneath it. I don't know, I feel like, I don't know, this is hard. I feel like maybe something underneath it that was built for good, but has been hijacked. So, anyways, I wish I could be there with you guys tonight, and I can't wait to see what y'all came up with.
Okay, my bad. That wasn't a minute, 11 minutes. That was a minute and a half. And that's all good. It's fine. I find it very interesting that she feels like there's something under it, because I do too. I feel like there's more than what we're seeing above the ground. And in the little bit of research that I did do on the arch, it says that it's buried 60 feet into the ground. Like, what? Why would it be 60 feet in the ground unless there's a full circle happening? Like a Stargate. I mean,
Yep.
I know I have a wild imagination sometimes, but Missy, go ahead.
That kind of fits with me because I got that it was just as tall as it is wide. So that means it's a full circle.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
And then later on, I got that it has something to do with weather manipulation.
Oh, interesting.
Not intentional, but the way it's shaped, it like splits a storm, or it like makes it go around the arch. So,
Well, now that's interesting, because in what I read, it is supposed to withstand all kinds of wind and earthquakes and the whole 9 yards. So that's really interesting.
and if Jen's talking about the 432 hertz and it being, and you're saying it's like way in the ground, maybe that's a vibration that it puts off through the whole town.
Ooh, I like where you're going
the
with
ground.
that. Like a resonance.
Hmm.
I like it. What do you think, Angela?
This one is my first one here, okay?
Yeah.
But that was wild for me. I actually had to tone it down because first I see this woman keep coming in.
Oh.
Okay, let me go back because I don't write things down. I put it all here. That's how I work.
Yeah.
So I see her like bending down, and every time that I just go back and I keep seeing her bending down, but she's bending down because somebody is either way mistreating her. She felt like a lot of pain, and sadness and grieving and all bunch of stuff. She keep popping out on me like for days since I spoke with you. That was one thing. Another thing that I felt that this monument shouldn't even be there. I also get that they put it there as a symbolism or as a memorial, but it has a really deep roots that is not exactly a memorial. It has a lot of history, that particular place by the water where people have been, again, being mistreated, being abused, I also see the water being as a gateway for something like people, like some people, and I'm feeling it now strong. I keep seeing people keep people bringing other people there. You know what I mean? Like for some purposes, but not the best purposes. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another thing that I saw, which was really strong too. People go there because it's a place, a nice place, let's say, okay? But I see people when they go under the arch, they experience these. What happened to me? Like I thought I'm here, but I feel like I'm somewhere else.
Okay.
Like a gateway.
Like a gateway.
Yes. Yeah, you got it. Like they feel lost in a minute. Okay, what happened? You know, and I also see that a lot of couples they go there, they ended fighting there.
Really?
Yes, they ended fighting because whatever it is in there, it has some sort of effect on people who goes there. And then people ended, oh, I just come here to visit, but I just want to get out of here. Let's say it that way.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, like a lot of people, especially if they are young, because obviously when we are mature, we can control a little bit more depending on who we are and how we are, right? Let's say. But when you're too young, you don't know how to control that, right?
Right.
So I see that. I also saw that it has a lot of residual energy. It's like a vortex in there. It's like a big vortex. But could also be that some people experience it as a good vortex, but very few. Because most of the energy of the place is a convoluted place. And yeah, it was odd. It was really, really odd.
I think I can offer a little help for you to understand why you're picking those things up. There
Okay.
is residual energy there from the history of when they built the arch itself. They actually displaced the poor communities, which was mainly Black communities. And this
Oh my
was
God.
the waterway where they brought the people to use. Yeah. So,
Yes.
I mean, you
Okay.
totally picked up on all of
Yes.
that.
Yes.
And so all
Yes.
of that negative residual energy is still there. I'm sure it is.
Okay. So this is what happened. I keep feeling all that energy of like a slavery,
Yeah. Yeah.
but because I was also picking up on energy of people who go there. Now they feel misplaced in time, let's say. It has a name, but I forget the name in English. So I was kind of mixing both, but I keep kind of feeling slavery. Why slavery? Why slavery? And I also felt related to people of color.
Yeah.
But again, because I was speaking so many things in there, I said, okay, it might not be fully slavery, but I keep going back there to like slightly keep kind of jumping in there. And
So I think that's really what it is. It's like there's like a time vortex there, a time
yes.
warp,
Uh-huh.
and there's multiple history layers that are there because there was
Mhm.
the slavery layer.
Yes.
Then there was the poor communities that were displaced to build
Mhm.
this. And
Mhm.
now they're trying to, they built it to improve the image, right, of St. Louis.
It
Clearly.
shouldn't even be there like that. It shouldn't even be there. It's like instead of being a memorial, it's like a remembrance of pain and suffering and because it had never been cleared up, they just trap everything in there when they were building it, and they stay there. And then because people that's what I don't know how people visit, okay, because I don't when people go there, they bring more and they feel more and they bring more and they feel more. And that's why some people, it won't surprise me that there was people that saying the experience that they had there is wild, especially on the side that I don't know why I feel there is a one side of the arch that the sun hits more than the other side for some reason. I don't know. And then where what is more the shadow during the day, well, that gets worse. Like that gets really worse. That's I don't know. That's what I.
That makes sense to me. And as a child, I actually went to this arch because my dad was big at taking us to historic things, right? For our field trips or our vacations, we always did historical lessons. And so we went to this arch, and we also went and saw the Sears Tower. And both times, both events, that like one day we were at the arch and the next day we were at the Sears Tower. Both days, my parents argued horrendously the entire day. They bickered and argued, nitpicked everything about everything. My mother absolutely hated the trip. She didn't want to go in the elevators, because she's scared of heights and stuff, which I am too. And I was not a fan. I was not a fan of being up that high. I was ready to get the hell down and just go home. I just want to go home.
Wow.
But the energy there, I remember the energy there feeling very time warpy, very weird. Because being clairvoyant, I already was experiencing like the dead people at the Civil War battlegrounds when we would go visit those places or whatever. And so in this place, it just felt very busy to me and very confusing. And I really just wanted to go home. And nothing about it was pleasurable because my parents argued the whole time.
Yeah.
So did you all know that there is a time capsule inside the arch?
Is it what?
A time capsule?
Time capsule. It was like one of the last pieces they did, and they put like a cap on it. But it was mostly children's names, newspaper clippings, and a few of the townspeople that were actually there when they built the arch. But it is in the time capsule.
But why children's name? Why children's name?
Just so what I read was, it was so that when they grew up, they could tell their kids that they're a part of it, that they were there. And their kids could tell their kids, and their kids could tell their kids.
That shouldn't even be allowed.
But it's weird.
It is weird because
to put
that shouldn't even be allowed, to be honest with you. Put children's name inside a time capsule? No.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems very strange to me. And also, time capsules are typically something that's like with the Georgia Guidestones, right? They have a time capsule there, which I know there's a lot of people that feel like that's an evil thing, and I don't think it is. But there's a time capsule with it. What's it called? Hoover Dam also has a time capsule. Like, it's interesting that there's time capsules built with these things and then have a capstone on top of it as well. I feel like there's definitely something more there that they're not telling the public about.
Oh yeah, definitely. It has to be.
Becky says that she saw a Zeppelin in the air and the arches with water underneath, then around the ground. She asked about people and was shown earth mounds. So indigenous people in the area, I guess. That's very interesting.
Okay. Oh, Kelly.
Yeah.
Remember when I told you I had that dream? Maybe that was part of it. Remember I told you like had the war paint?
Oh yeah, you did have a dream about
maybe that was part of what I was
getting. I said that's Native Americans, probably indigenous people, ancestors.
You think it would be a ground burial, some sort, that they don't dig all the bones and they're not saying?
Oh, you know what? Maybe. Because I know in history before they've been known to do things like that.
They do. Here
Yeah.
too. Here in Canada and United States. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And it's catastrophic. I used to have a friend before in Ontario, and their family of four, two children and the parents, and they moved to this beautiful home, and that was something else. A new community of houses, brand new,
And it was
and
built on a graveyard.
all poor kids. Oh my God, I remember when she told me the story. And I'm glad that they move out before I visit them the first time, because if I would have went there, no. So affect the children. They were getting violent with the kids, obviously, because they're more open. They
Oh
were
no.
getting very violent with everybody at the house. They don't let
Mhm.
people sleep. They don't let people rest. They were tossing stuff on the walls. They were tossing whatever
Yeah.
they can. And
They were angry.
yes, she is Muslim. She
Yeah.
doesn't know what was going on. So she was raised like that, but she wants to protect her family. And at some point she realized, okay, no, I gotta get to the bottom of this. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So she started doing her research, and it was a native burial that they put ground on top of all those bones. But I'm talking about like a massive amount of land,
Yeah.
and they just built houses there.
Hmm.
She was very furious because and confused, because when you have all those beliefs about something, and then you realize this is what I'm experiencing, and my kids are suffering, everybody is suffering. She was really confused. She actually started pushing for to dig all the bones, but that means they have to get rid of the houses, and that's a big
Yeah.
loss. And everything is about money and greed, right? And she moved out, but she told me that her main sadness was that all the other people that they gonna be living there, because that's not fair. It's not.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's tragic.
Yeah.
That's absolutely tragic. And unfortunately, the commercialism and the money is always priority to those type of people rather than the respect and the reverence of the dead or the land being sacred or
Mhm.
any of those things. And I was actually just thinking perhaps we should send some clearing energy to the area around the St. Louis Arch
Mhm.
to help those souls that are there and that energy that's still there to clear and lift and go toward the light, so to speak. What do y'all think?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Interesting.
So do
Very
you want to do that now, or do you want to just focus on doing that later after we're off the air? That's up to you all how we do this.
I can do it later, yeah, by my
Okay.
own. I just focus on
Yeah.
the place and go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. Let's see if we've got anybody else commenting in the chat. Tech support is here finally. Jen says that's fascinating. Now she's going to have to visit it with a bunch of crystals in her pocket. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe while you're there, Jen, stick a few crystals in the ground. That'll be good for it too, to help
Mhm.
sort of anchor and ground the love and the good energy so that we can dissipate that. But yeah, that's a good thing for anybody watching in the audience. Later this evening or when you have time after you've watched this, just focus your energy and your love at the St. Louis Arch area, the land along each side of the waterway. Help to clear that energy, help to bring all of those timelines down to one so that it can allow that time warp, if you will, to fade away so that people can actually go there and enjoy this land now, and the souls that were there can be at peace and at rest. We want to, we want it to be all encompassing for everyone. Because we can't commission for them to tear the arch down and put it all back the way it used to be. That's not going to work. So we have to do our best to make it work for everybody, right? And the people that go there now, there's so many people that are sensitive to these kind of things, and they don't even know they're sensitive. So when they go there and they don't enjoy it and they feel all wonky and stuff, they don't even know what the hell's going on with them.
No.
So big benefit to them as well, because there's so many people in this world that just don't know what it is that they're feeling when they experience stuff like that. And a lot of people get dizziness from stuff like that. When you're in those kind of wonky, time warped residual energies, it can make you feel dizzy headed and stuff. And, they don't know what's going on. They just think, oh, I'm coming down with something, or I don't feel good, or whatever, because they don't understand to listen to the body, because the body's, a beautiful antenna.
Yeah.
Angela knows this well, don't you? I see you over there smiling and nodding your head. Yes.
Okay, question for you.
Okay.
What made you choose that place in particular?
It comes to me. Whatever we pick for the next week just comes to me. So I didn't actually choose it. My guides or somebody put it in my head.
Can you tell me again when it was built?
Early 60s.
And the land around it, how stable it is?
How's what?
Stable.
Stable is the land around it? Well, now that's a good
Hasn't reported
question.
any disturbances lately, like a small earthquake, some problems
Sure.
with lowering?
Sure, because all of the land through those particular river waterways, the Mississippi, the Missouri, and the Ohio, creates erosion under the banks that just keeps working its way underneath, and then the land is basically just a shelf, right? The land that's next to the river is basically a shelf. So any type of earthquake, it's going to fall in. And I don't know what you're picking up on exactly, but I expect some pretty big earthquake type activity to happen in that
By
region.
any chance, doesn't have any crack or something?
Crack?
Yeah.
Like in the arch?
Yeah.
It does. I read
That's it?
when I was doing my research, I read that a tornado hit it, like caught it or something, and it put a little small crack in it.
That's the beginning.
Really?
That's just the beginning.
So February 12th of 1963 officially is when it was completed in its building.
Okay.
It started in 61. Or no, sorry, it started in 63. It finished in 65.
Now look up
Because
if there's
the
any
thing is-
damage.
Yeah, the thing is that because it has so much in there, it won't surprise me that it will last a couple more years and that's it. The crack keep going and they try to repair and then it keeps cracking. Because
Yeah.
at some point, it's like when you're boiling milk in a pot, if you leave it high heat, what is gonna happen? It's gonna boil over. Doesn't surprise me that it needs to release. It needs to release. It's like a volcano needs to release. And I have seen that
Right.
lately. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I'm seeing a release as well happening in that area.
Okay. That'll be a good thing.
So to actually Google it and ask if there's a crack, it says no, it's perfectly safe.
I know, I've seen it.
Perfectly safe to ride the tram. It's not cracked. Right.
Yeah, I know, I've seen that it hit, that the tornado or something damaged it on one side.
Yeah. Interesting. Very
Very.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Bella. We gave me my phone.
And for whatever reason, the presidents of the United States are not allowed to go to the top of the arch. Security reasons.
Oh yeah, definitely. It is a security reason, Kelly.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It is a security reason. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
that's interesting.
You know, I could be wrong by what I'm gonna say, but worldwide governments, I think they all have their own remote viewer advice.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I do too. I'm all on board with that kind of stuff. I think
I'm
we
just
have,
picking up. I haven't
I-
researched.
I think we have stargates too.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Because it's kind of weird the way how sometimes they oh no we're gonna cancel to go to this place and then all of a sudden when they canceled to whatever they're going to, it's something in the happening or something very very little, could be little, but there is something always there. I don't know. That's what I have been feeling, and especially now. Now let's see what is gonna happen next year. That's gonna be really interesting.
Yes, I agree. It's going to be very interesting. Okay. I want to know, why did you ask me why I picked this topic? What were you thinking?
Well, I think a couple things. Maybe because you're gonna post this, or we are live already.
Yeah.
Some people need to start to understand feelings when they go to places, and this probably is gonna serve that purpose. That's one thing. Second, the place needs to be exposed because the souls that they're there, or the convoluted energy that is there, needs to be start to be kind of released in a way, and we are talking about it, and we are kind of helping releasing some of that as we talk.
Hmm.
And another thing is because maybe it will serve the purpose that people are planning to go there and not going there to avoid fighting. And what do you think, Melissa?
I don't know. I think there's a lot of hidden stuff. And I agree with you. I think it causes a lot of animosity.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And the more we talk about it, like you said, the more we release it and just shed light on it. And maybe there's somebody out there that knows something
Mm-hmm.
and they were always afraid to say it. And maybe they'll say it now. Or
Mm-hmm.
are they not that? Maybe they pass it on through their family.
To the family. Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
someone in the family knows about it.
Right. And even
Um,
like the elders that still live in the area
Yes.
around there that remember being displaced, that remembered this happening. Like, we're bringing attention to that. We're bringing awareness to that. And if there's people there in St. Louis that know of their elders telling about this story, they're more than welcome to reach out to us, because the more, you're right, the more that we focus on this, the more we can release it and heal it
Mm-hmm.
and bring awareness to it, because this is not like a one-stop thing. This happened, unfortunately, a lot in our history, and not just in America, but all over the world.
Mhm.
This happens a lot. And, we the people, it's time for us to stand up and do what's right for our ancestors and our elders and our deceased, whether we
And the
were directly
future.
related to them or not. Yes, to have a way forward in our future to where we live more harmoniously and respectful with all.
And also,
Yeah.
I'm gonna add something here because it's something that it had my concern and my attention since I was a little kid. And this is for all the parents out there. Unfortunately, this device has taken away so much from the parents to watch over their kids about how they react to places than what we can imagine. Phone is help a lot, but if you are a parent, you have to be careful where you bring your kids. And I understand that most of the parents that they might watch this, they don't know this, but every time you bring your kids to a place that has history, you have to watch their reaction. And I'm gonna talk based on my own experience. If you see your kid reacting and telling you they want to leave, please listen. Because what you're gonna be end up doing is saving your child from a lot of pain and trauma. 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 Because why? When they're kids, they're sensitive and open to all of that we're not.
That's
Mhm.
right.
We're not. They can get sick.
Yeah.
They can get confused. They can get scared.
Yeah.
And because they're open and they don't know how to be protected yet, protect
Right.
their energy, they can, even the poor thing has something latch that doesn't let them sleep, doesn't let them feel themselves, it gets scared. And what the child is gonna do, go out there, share with somebody that doesn't have any clue what they're talking about, and at the end is gonna even face bully from somebody. Oh, this, you crazy, you're going, no.
Mhm.
So be
Right.
more aware of where you bring your kids, especially for these historical places, please. And that's a big one. If they tell you, and here's one more, because I have a neighbor back in my country, Dominican Republic, and she's very aware because I'm always on top. Be careful where you bring the boy. One time he went somewhere and he come home, he wasn't feeling good, pain on my legs, mama, pain on my legs, pain on my legs. And she was being told by her husband, bring him to the doctor. And the kid keeps saying, no, I want to go to this park. I want to go to this park. To the point that she said, okay, let's go to the park. Him walking barefoot on the park released what he picked from the place. And after 10 minutes there,
I
he
have
was,
chills.
yeah,
Yeah.
After 10 minutes there, oh, mama, I told you I'll be fine when I come here. You need to listen. Don't have fun. Don't make fun of them.
Yeah.
Don't tell them your imagination. No, that is not imagination. It's not imagination.
Right.
It's
That's
not.
right. And people that don't understand the way that we do as adults need to listen to their children and learn from their children.
Yeah.
And 100% watch where you're taking them. Be careful with where you take them, because even if you don't know that there's history there, there's energy there that's going to affect those children. And by all means, if they know how to shield their children, shield them before you take them to places.
Yes. If you don't know how to do it, do your research, or even ask in this YouTube channel a question that
Yes.
Kelly will answer you and tell you. It's not hard, just take minutes. But do it. Do it because your children are part of your house too. Whatever they experience, they bring it inside the home. And maybe you're also gonna experience something that they're experiencing.
That's
But
right.
yeah, I just wanna add that to the whole thing here.
Yeah, I'm glad you did.
Yeah.
That's a great addition. Really great advice. We definitely need to be more careful. See, my dad was aware that I was a sensitive child. He would call me gifted, right? But he liked to take me to places like that to watch my reaction, to see what I would pick up. You know, I was like his walking, breathing scientific study.
Oh no.
So,
poor thing.
and he didn't teach me how to shield from it either.
Yeah, that's good.
So it was, some of the places we went to were quite traumatizing for me.
Oh boy.
So yeah, that's definitely a good one.
Wow.
Hello, Lacey Blue. Glad to see you in the chat. Lovely lady. And yeah, phones and children don't mix. 100% agreed. Too many people just hand phones over to their little bitty kids and just say, here, go do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Drives me nuts.
I just got deja vu.
You just got deja vu.
We've talked about this before.
Oh.
Have we now?
Okay.
Yes. Got to chill all the way through me.
Yeah.
Well, it is an important one to touch on. It really is, because kids are so influential, and not just the stuff that they're looking at on the phone can influence them, but there's energy in the phone as well, right? There's energy with
Mhm.
every player on a game and every person in a chat and whatever. Like, you can pick up on their energies. And if your little kids aren't prepared for that and they don't know how to deal with all of that, it's going to affect them, and not in a good way.
Mhm.
No,
Yeah.
they
But
don't need that, definitely.
they don't. I'm all for kids learning the technology and being able to keep up with our current way of life, but I'm also all for sending your kids out to play in the dirt and make mud pies and, play with marbles and dominoes and let them be a kid.
I'm gonna extend it a little bit longer. And I see a little bit of a trend on that. Parents with kids that they are not too little, like kids between 9 and 10. Oh, let's watch a scary movie. Some movies, and you probably know this, some movies, when they start making the movie, they start adding things that they are real.
Mhm.
Including researching on how to make some rituals that they're not for any type of light ritual, let's say it that way, to add that to the movie. So they add that to the movie because they thought, let's give it something real, but they don't do the research what the ritual exactly is gonna do to the audience when it's watching the movie. Don't do that to your kids. Save
Right.
them from that. Save them from that. I mean, it's good for them. What I normally suggest to parents, let them explore all the Cinderella magical nice movies that they can teach them how to believe in their own magic and their own light and their dreams and stuff. But no scary movies. Why? You don't know what you're unleashing on your kids.
Mhm.
You don't do that. Sorry, I'm just going further
No.
here.
No, I actually 100% agree with that, because once you see something, you can't unsee it. Right. And I know for me as a kid, like, Jaws is not a scary movie to us anymore. Right. But when
No.
you're 5 years old and you go to see Jaws, it's quite a frightening movie. And my dad took me to see that. He used to make me watch all kinds of scary stuff with him. And it would really, really disturb me
Yeah,
to watch these scary, frightening things, And we do need to be more thoughtful of what we allow into our kids' eyes and their brain. Right.
Mhm.
I mean, but that's a whole soapbox thing. I could be on a tangent all day long about that, because there are a lot of people, like I was just saying in the chat, people will use the phones as a babysitter for their kids. Here, go play on the phone so that you can get out of my hair, right? Or here, go watch whatever on TV, and they don't supervise nothing. Like, they don't. I mean, yeah, we were not supervised in the 80s either, because we were out running the streets and doing whatever, and
that was a
didn't
big
have
difference.
parents watching us, and that was a big deal too. Because that was a scary life. On some levels, that was a scary life. But people really do need to think about what they're letting in their kids' brains and through their eyes and through their ears, and be more thought focused on stuff like that, for sure.
Exactly.
And Lacey said that she loves that we chose this subject to talk about. So
Good.
thank you very much, Lacey. We appreciate that. And she also said that sometimes she wonders if her granddaughter may have an attachment, because she has taken her to a few places of history that had some paranormal activity around. And she wants to know, well, she said, I may need to make sure I know how to invoke protection around her. So would either of you like to comment on that?
Okay. Well, there is many things that she needs to understand first is how can I say this? Let me find the word in English. To identify if it is that she's afraid of something that she saw there and it's just on her mind because she's afraid, because fear causes a lot of things, or if it is a real thing. Okay. One of the ways
Yeah.
that she can do to identify that, because I don't know if she can type it on the comments, that'll be amazing. If it is that she feel that at night she feel things, or the adult have experienced stuff with her, because it's maybe different ways. Okay. But let's say this way. If she says that at night somebody's visiting on her room when she going to sleep, what this person can tell her, go there and tell her, okay, I'm gonna stay with you, I'm gonna do a prayer, this is important, I'm gonna do a prayer, let's do a prayer to Archangel Michael, which is the fighter and the protector of everybody. Okay. And call in Archangel Michael for protection, teach her how to do it, because archangels listen to kids way more than they listen to us, because they don't have anything that we have. We have ego, we have doubt, we have fear, we have so much on our head.
They're innocent.
Archangel, yes, you know. And every day we as adults, we have to fight with that. Kids, no, kids are authentic. Kids
Yeah.
are 100% perfect. Teach her how to call in Archangel Michael for protection, that he can clear the room for her so she can sleep. And observe her after what happened to her. Because if it after that everything stopped, she just need that little teaching and the boost of confidence that she have enough power to do that and to push whatever is inside the room. However, on top of that, she can tell her if she's experiencing that, it could be a high possibility, I don't know. Tell her, you know, you have the right to tell whatever it is in here to go away and claim this space is mine. You're not allowed to be here. And you're gonna go away. And if she can give her a small crystal as this is your protection crystal, even a stone that she can pick inside the forest, that will work too.
Mhm.
This
Yeah.
is your protection thing, and you're gonna use that on your right hand to tell whatever it is inside the room, you gotta go away.
Right.
And
Because we do have the authority. And that's the thing that people need to learn, is that we have the authority to tell it to go away. Yeah.
she just
And you gotta
needs
say
that.
it with confidence.
Yeah.
Say it with confidence, because when you start experiencing things, most of the time, especially a child, is because she's fearful. So she's giving her power away.
Yes.
And what is happening is whatever it is in there, an entity or whatever, is using her power to become bigger.
Mhm.
And that's not
Yep.
gonna work. So she needs to know, okay, I have power. I'm still a kid, but I have enough power to tell that thing to go away. And I can call the Archangel Michael, and she can even get a picture online that the girl like it and print it. Put it beside her bed. This is Archangel Michael. You're gonna look at him and talk to him. That works.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
That's all she
Because
needs.
the power of talking to the spirits, the angels, whatever word you want to use for them, because I mean, archangels are spirits as well. Jesus, you
What was
scared
that?
my daughter dropped something over there. She moved too fast. But yeah, to speak to them, or to even through prayer, right, is powerful.
It's
Very
powerful.
powerful. Also, knowing how to do shielding, to put shields around the children before you take them places, to
Oh, yes.
smudge them before and after
And
you go
after.
as well, is very helpful, because it helps to remove any residual energy that might be trying to stick on them. But yeah, probably the most powerful thing to do is talking to the spirits and the archangels, and demanding that the negative stuff leaves. And even if it's not negative, but it just scares you, right? Tell it to leave. because a lot of times the spirits are not trying to be negative. They're just very pesty because they want someone to listen to them and communicate with them, because
Oh, yes.
they're in this realm with us, but they can't communicate with people the
Mhm.
same way anymore. And it gets frustrating. So just tell them, go away and leave you alone if you don't want to talk to
Mhm.
them and figure out how you can help them.
One more
It's
thing that I'm going
very
to add
powerful. Go ahead.
here is if by any chance the child had been sensitive since a young age, because I don't know what the age of the girl. I don't know. I'm feeling like between 7 and 9. Could be wrong, but anyway. She also needs to address that. And because if that's the case, that the child born with sensitivities is not going to stop, but she needs to learn how to deal with it. There is a book that can help her tremendously. Is it called Kids Who See Ghosts and How to Teach Them to Control the Fear? It's a cheap book that you can find on eBay, a really cheap price. It's a blue cover. I don't have it right now with me. But because through my work, I also deal sometimes with children, so they come to me and I know what they're going through.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I learn a lot with it.
Yeah. Great advice.
Yeah, oh, it's an amazing book. It's an amazing book. I would have liked to have it here, but I don't have it here. Because we have so many things on our head as adults, and it could be really hard for a parent to learn how to deal with them, because how are you gonna guide them if you never enter that subject, but the child come up like that, right? So yeah, that book is a tremendous help for her. And if in case that she asks, Kelly, I can send you the whole title of the book.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Just text that to me in a little while and I'll put it in the description after this.
Mm.
After we're done with the live, I'll just drop it in the description box for anybody
Mm.
that's interested. And Lacey says, thank you very much to all of us. And you are very welcome, lovely lady. We're so glad you're with us today, Lacey. We're so glad everybody's with us.
Yeah,
I love doing live shows. They're so much fun. They're
they
so
are
much
fun.
better. So, does anyone else that's watching have any thoughts about the St. Louis Arch that they would like to add to our conversation? If you do, put it in the chat box so that we can know, and I'll be sure to read your replies live on the air. Missy, do you have anything else that you want to add about ways to help protect the kids or anything?
I don't know a whole lot about that, but I do know like the smudging, and I've never really created like a shield,
Yeah.
which is something that I want to learn how to do. But you got to control the fear. I do know that, and you do have the power to stop it. You just have to be forceful in what you say. You can't have any doubt that you can't be like, "Ooh, I think I do." You got to know you do.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference.
100%.
Yes.
That's a big difference, because the thing is, when the mind come in and say that I'm right about it, that's when the whole thing, nah, it's
It
not
falls
gonna
apart.
work. Yeah, it fell up exactly. It fell apart. Like you're done. You're already done. You cannot let that little bit of doubt go in, because that's it. And it is not only with that; it's with everything in life. As soon as you doubt it, that's it. You're done. Not done, but you know what I mean. It's
Yeah.
just in one more thing that I'm gonna add to the whole subject about the kids. And this is for parents who have kids with sensitivities. Don't make fun of your kids, please. Because sometimes what happens is that the parents, they shut the kids down, and that causes, what is it called, a micro trauma on their head. I was one of them,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't fun.
Yeah, it really hurts their self-esteem and their
Mhm.
confidence.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also another thing that I want parents to be aware is that if you have a child like that, they're not supposed to go out there to the world to tell them what they're experiencing, because that's even worse. Because that's gonna shut them down even more. So what they're looking for is very simple for you parents. They're looking for ears. They
Mhm.
can listen to them, that they don't feel judgmental, that they don't need to feel that you're thinking, and if you do it's human mind, that you might be thinking, is that real? Well, for them it's real, but it doesn't have to be real for you. But
Yeah.
for them it's real. They just need you to listen and be aware, and consider that even if you have never experienced that, that doesn't mean that they cannot experience that. And on top of that, I'm going to add something very important here. Sometimes when they are like that, they have been put into your life in order for you to go ahead on life based on what they are experiencing. And this is very deep and profound. So don't run away from it. Let them talk to you and open yourself to feel them. Because it might be that the child that you are getting yourself, ooh, what is this? Might be the child that had the answer to the question that you have in your mind for such a long time and you haven't found the answer yet. Could be the deepest question. You never know. Just be open mind that that can happen. That can be the case. Or maybe eventually you're gonna be a partner with your child to help others. But it's nothing to be afraid of. It's nothing to be, so be the ears, be the observer, be the support they need, and educate yourself. Like the book that I just mentioned is one the best book out there to educate yourself how to treat them, because they don't need rejection. They don't need to go out to talk to other people. And if you can tell them, no, whatever you experience, I can listen to you. I'm open to listen and I believe you. That's very important. I believe you. So they understand that you believe them, because otherwise it can shut the whole child. Like it shut me down since I can remember. My mom didn't know. My mom didn't understand it. But
Right.
it was like that, yeah.
Right. And yeah, children are some of our best teachers. And, 7 kids later, now I know that really
Mhm.
for sure. you know, they were all they were all teachers to me
Yeah.
in some way or another. And with my first few children, I called them my guinea pig kids. I do,
Yeah.
because I was young and I was learning how to be a parent and how to heal my own parent issues, right? At the
Mhm.
same time. So I didn't always do fabulous, and I didn't always listen, and I didn't always let them be the teacher for me that they were there to be. Um, so, hindsight's always 2020,
Mhm.
right? And so I can say that I'm guilty of not listening at times. And I can say that I'm even guilty of making them feel insecure about some of the ways that they were, right?
But you
When they,
learn from it.
huh?
But you learn from it.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I learned from it. Yes. But it's the value that a child has. I mean, when they say out of the mouths of babes, they're not kidding.
Mhm.
Because even at 3 and 4 years old, my children would say such enlightening things to me, and I would just be like, God smacked, you know, God smacked.
Yeah.
And because we are all born open and we
Mhm.
can feel all of it and we can hear all of it and we can sense all of it, there are no veils between us and the spirit world or
Mhm.
us and heaven, however you want to look at it. there's so much that we can learn from children.
Mhm.
And so as adults, knowing what we know, we should be the ones that are nurturing them and protecting them and listening to them and guiding them in a proper way to where they can understand the things that they feel and they experience, even if it's not real. And teach them that discernment, teach them how to know the difference between this only feels scary because of this, or this feels scary because of that, and how to deal with it both ways.
Mhm.
So I think that's a great point that you bring up. Great point. Here at Halloween, I was kind of on a little bit of a tangent about how everybody goes to the haunted houses and stuff, and it's like a recreational thing. It's a fun thing to do, right? And for me, it's not a fun thing.
Oh, it's
It's
not.
to me, it's tragic. When I would go to those things as teenagers with my friends, all I felt was the tragedy and the pain and the sadness. So for me, it's tragic that
Mhm.
somebody is making money and
A lot of
capitalizing
money.
off of these poor souls. And so
Yeah.
I'm that person that if I go to places like that now, I'm there like sending them to the light, freeing them, and ruining somebody's business, and then they don't want me
And
there.
yes. Now that you talk about Halloween, near my house, there was a house here that this couple decided to decorate their Halloween house in a way that I was saying to my husband, I'm just feeling that I had to cross the street. I cannot even pass by. It was a horrendous, horrendous decoration.
Yeah.
And you can feel the heaviness of the decoration and so on.
Yeah.
So it was interesting because I haven't felt that yet until this Halloween with that particular house. And it was weird because every day they pass by, because they have the decoration like for 2 weeks, it feels heavier
Yeah.
and heavier. And I'm thinking, God, and the kids are gonna go knock on that door? That's kind of odd. That's really kind of odd. Another thing that I have experienced since the last 3 years, which is really remarkable. This year was the one that I experienced the most. So I'm a face painter. So Halloween time for me is really busy. And where I go to face paint is the locations where it's highly touristic locations here with a lot of concentration of people. So I do have my Halloween designs. Yeah, I do. But obviously, I'm not gonna tell the people that I don't do any scary designs. That's my choice. I supposed to bring light. We're supposed to bring light wherever we go. So this year, what happened was I was at this particular location that is very, very touristic in Vancouver. And there was a couple mom that I see them looking around how I face paint. And then they approach me and then they say, I just let you face paint my kids because I see you don't choose any scary things to put on their faces. And I said, no, I don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Children's have light. Yeah, it's Halloween. I can paint a black cat on top of a rainbow,
Mm-hmm.
but not a full skeleton face. I'm not gonna do that because
Yeah.
it goes against to what
Because
I
it's opening a door. It's opening that doorway that's already easier to open this time of year anyway. Yeah.
and it's already thin around that time, very thin.
Very,
So
very thin.
Yes.
I actually got a very vivid message this year around Halloween that people that choose the very scary costumes to dress up in are taking advantage of this one day a year that they can show their true inner soul character, which was very surprising to me that I got that message.
It makes sense.
And to look back when I heard that message, to look back on my own 50 some years of dressing up for Halloween, I was like, I've never dressed as anything gory and scary. I never have. So maybe there is something to that with that message. I mean, obviously there is, or I wouldn't have got the message, right? Don't enlighten me or something.
Yeah. You know what?
But it was a really powerful message for me. And I think that a lot about, you know, the houses that get decorated with the really, really scary, heavy, scary stuff. I mean, like some rest in peace little cemetery plot things, and, you know, some fun little skeleton dudes or something that's not like
Mm-hmm.
horrendously frightening. That's one thing, right? That's one thing. Because I mean, so the whole point of Halloween is to camouflage yourself so that you blend in with the spirits and they don't know who to latch onto, right? So all that's fine and good for me.
Yeah.
But the whole methodology of our current modern Halloween doesn't make sense to me anyway, because 364 days of the year we teach our children, don't talk to strangers, don't take candy from strangers, and don't go knock on strangers' doors. And then you take them out trick-or-treating. I mean, to me, it's
you're
not,
right.
to me, it's not logical. My kids
No,
don't go
you're
trick-or-treating.
right.
We do parties in the house. We do scavenger hunt, treasure hunt things to find their candy and stuff. We do fun
Yeah.
stuff at home. We don't go knocking on strangers' doors because
No.
365 days a year, I'm teaching my kids to be safe. I don't
Yeah, you're
encourage them to
right.
believe in Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, and I'm damn sure not going to let them go out once a year and walk the streets at dark and knock on strangers' doors and take candy. I'm just not.
Yeah,
That's
you're
just me.
right.
I'll get off my soapbox now.
Yeah, you're right. You know, Halloween, yeah, it was Halloween day. Something really strange happened to me. So at that day, there is this guy that I work for him. He through the year he do this kind of run as a fundraise, okay? And he decided starting last year, to do a Halloween fan run, and everybody had to dress up because there is also a contest of the costume and so on. So I was there. I got there face painting. The whole atmosphere is always really fun and light. At some point through the night, when it was around 6:30, there was already dark. This man show up. He wasn't young, but age doesn't matter. And even though there was a lot of people on the run, because he do like 3 rounds, one for the little kids, one for the depending on the age, he approached my table, and as soon as he approached the table, I'm feeling like in guard, and he's asking me, what did you do, what is your table about? And I said, oh, I'm just a face painter. But there was this sense of danger. And I'm thinking at the same time, it's Halloween. He's not a part of the run. What is he doing here? Long story short, he hang out around the tables. They had the organizers and my table and so on. He already left my table because he understood that I'm not gonna fall into that. And I got sick after that. And I'm thinking, okay, I wasn't sick when I got here. I forgot to bring something to put on my table as a protection. Like I did my part that I forgot, obviously. And then as I come home, going back to it was him. And he hang out in there. The whole atmosphere changed. The air changed. It becomes heavier. And I felt so many weird stuff. And I kind of relate that to the whole atmosphere of Halloween and he being exposed to what the intentions were, which wasn't good intentions. What I
Right.
felt, I'm not going to say here, but I didn't feel anything holy, let's say it that way. I didn't feel anything good whatsoever. And I catch him looking at kids and adults in a really weird way. It wasn't good. The other person didn't catch up. She actually ended talking to the guy and thinking, oh no, don't do that. Like, what are you doing? What you can do? I can say anything.
Right.
But it was interesting that he was attracted to the whole theme of Halloween, so it's a lot to to process for everybody out there. They have their kids and and he wasn't even dressed up.
Mhm.
He wasn't even dressed up. And starting this year, going through 2026, 2030, all that energy is gonna dance up until it clears up.
Right,
Mhm.
because those veils are becoming thinner now, and it's actually becoming easier to see,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
It's kind of like that thing in the Bible about it's separating the wheat from the chaff, right?
Mhm.
You're
Yeah.
seeing those more dense, heavy energies in people now. It's really, really becoming obvious.
Yeah, your
Mhm.
eyes are open.
Yeah,
Yeah. We had to go through the ugly to get to the beautiful, to
that's
the
right.
better time. But we're just saying this for everybody to be aware that while we are on this transition, we need to have our eyes more open
Mhm.
Yeah,
because,
all of us. Yeah,
everybody.
because I'm pretty good about spotting that kind of stuff, but once I let people in, I sort of let my guard down a little bit with them and learned a very valuable lesson very recently about a certain person. Um, so yeah, I'm even guilty of it. We have to really stay on point and
Yeah.
be prepared to see it, even if it's not something we want to see.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, most definitely. I think that's a great place actually to, oh, wait a minute. Let me look at our chat here. What do we have? Keith, good evening. As shadows flee from our light as it returned to whence it came, what are we mastering tonight? May we just automatically and naturally adapt, improvise, and overcome to naturally detect, deflect, and disrupt any harm intentions with every healing breath. Yes, absolutely. Good words, Keith. We started out actually talking about the St. Louis Arch and ended up on a Halloween tangent. But thank you for joining us. We appreciate it very much. And I don't see any comments here where anybody else had any thoughts on what they feel like the St. Louis Arch was put there for. But as usual, Jen liked it when I got on my soapbox. She likes me getting on my soapbox. And yeah, Lacey says, never let your guard down all the way, sadly. Well, sad but true, yes. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because if you question something, it usually means there's something there.
Always. Always there. Could be
Yeah.
very little. But yeah, the
Yep.
thing about the whole thing is that we need to learn how to identify the intuition talking to us. Because sometimes when we have the doubt, that's not your intuition, that's your human mind telling you,
Mhm.
it's nothing, No, it's
Yep.
not. It's something. Trust me, it's always something. So you gotta listen to that first thought instantly. You don't need to guess it. When you double guess it, that's when things can go
Go sideways.
yes, sideways or whatever. It can go really wrong, actually. It can go
Yeah.
really wrong. Yeah. My mom experienced that a couple times with me in weird ways. I still remember I get quite sick and she wasn't getting it because the logical we tend to rationalize and know I need to be logical. Yeah, you do, but until a certain extent. Not all the time logical it come and plays and help you on it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Keith just added into our chat that he thinks that the St. Louis Arch might be a landmark for ley lines, possibly.
For what?
And that's for the ley lines, the energy lines of Earth in that
Oh.
area.
Hmm,
And that could very well be.
that's a good thought.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it was surprise to me because I think it's many places on Earth that they are there for that particular reason, and we don't fully know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go into details into that because you probably pick some of those places another day. So let's leave it up to that.
Yes, the ley lines are Earth's energy system. I actually teach grid work.
Hmm.
I have a current class of lovely ladies that are all learning the grid work now and energy work. It's a beautiful thing to know about, necessary thing, actually, so that we can help protect the planet and move the energy to heal each other.
Mhm.
All right, ladies, I think that's a good time to say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
Good night.
Good night, and thank you all for joining us. Have a blessed evening. We appreciate you being with us, and we will see you again real soon for more on Deja Brew.